What's up guys, Jordan here from Show Me Vegas, and today we've got a video for you recapping our recent trip and giving you an idea of what it's like in Vegas right now so you can plan your trip in March 2021. Before we get into that, please take a second and subscribe, and also if you like this video or any of our videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps us get the video out there to more people. But anyway, we just got back from Las Vegas and we had a great time as usual. We tried some new things and ate at some new restaurants, and today we're going to give you a little bit of a recap of that trip and also tell you what our experience was like out there right now and what you can expect right now and also into the near future.
We couldn't wait to get out of cold, rainy Missouri and get to the desert, except for the fact that the weather in Vegas on this day was just about the same.
Yeah, somehow we always seem to get rained on in Las Vegas, even though they only get 5 inches of rain per year and 294 days of sunshine.
But let's be honest, I'd rather get rained on in Vegas than back home, so we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. So on this trip and for the second March in a row, we stayed at Vdara.
Vdara is quickly becoming a favorite of ours due to its location near the center of the Strip and the fact that we can get a great suite comped as opposed to just a standard room we're offered at other M Life resorts.
Absolutely, and even though Vdara is non-gaming, it's literally just steps away from Aria, which is our favorite place on the Strip.
So this room is a city corner suite, and we have a video walkthrough on this channel of this very room at Vdara, so be sure and check it out.
After we checked in, we hit the Strip and live streamed on YouTube, and you can find that video here on our channel as well. So the first thing we noticed about Vegas this time around was how busy it felt. We've been watching other people's live streams lately and noticed Vegas was getting busier, but you've still got people out there saying Vegas is dead, it's a ghost town, etc. That is absolutely not the case, on the weekends at least. Vegas was busy.
Yeah, it almost felt normal actually. There were plenty of times when we had to weave our way through crowded sidewalks, and times when we couldn't find a game to play because people were everywhere. So at times, it did feel like normal Vegas.
All of the casinos were busy, and not just on Friday and Saturday nights. Sunday afternoon and evening were crowded too, which was a great sign.
So one of the most notable COVID restrictions that Vegas has faced this past year has been capacity restrictions. For a long period of time, casinos, restaurants, and bars have been restricted to 25% of fire code capacity, but lately those restrictions have been lessening. During our trip, these limits were up to 35%, and on the day we left Vegas to come home, they bumped all the way up to 50%.
What this means for casinos is that they're effectively operating at normal capacity. The fire code capacity of these massive Strip properties is huge because the casino floors and common areas are huge. So rarely, if ever, do these casinos even approach their full fire code capacity even during normal times. So a 50% restriction is not even noticeable. The casinos felt very busy. I mean, just ask these guys if you could still have fun. One of our favorite things to do in Las Vegas is eat. We love the selection of dining options all across Vegas, and we usually plan our trips around where we want to eat. And while we mentioned the capacity of restaurants has now risen to 50% and reservations are no longer required, if there's some place you really don't want to miss, we would strongly recommend still making reservations. In fact, we had breakfast on Saturday morning at Primrose at Park MGM, and we had made reservations, and it's a good thing we did. The wait list when we arrived at 9:30 was 45 minutes, and by the time we left it had grown to 2.5 hours. While the meal was great, I'm not sure I would have waited 2.5 hours for a table. We did enjoy it though, and look for a video featuring Primrose on the channel soon. Other places we ate this time around included Din Tai Fung at Aria, which was a place we'd been wanting to try since it first opened. We did enjoy it, but we were a little underwhelmed. We also did the finger-licking foodie tour of Aria, which included Catch, Carbone, and Jean Georges Steakhouse, all of which were phenomenal and for which we'll be making a separate video, so look for that one on the channel soon as well.
You hear all sorts of stuff online about how the machines are tighter than usual right now, while some people say they're looser. The statistics say they're neither. We found them to treat us exactly like they always do. They just sucked up our money.
Yeah, I would say we played more slots this time around than we usually do, and as usual, we had 0 big wins. In fact, as usual, we had a hard time playing for very long because we just lose too fast. Being the nerd that I am, I used my MLife tax statement to calculate what our payout percentage was on the machines, and it was just over 80%. That's a full 10% or more below the strip average, which confirms what we already knew. We suck at slots.
Luckily, we played enough blackjack at the tables to win back about half of our slot losses, so in the end, our bankroll didn't take too bad of a hit.
Yeah, considering our room was comped and included some resort credit, we really came out about even.
Maybe the biggest difference between normal Vegas and current Vegas remains the overall lack of shows. Now, that's not to say that there aren't any at all, but the big productions we know and love are still missing and will be for a little while.
That's right. Like she said, that's not to say there aren't any. Several shows were slated to begin again in Vegas this past week, a partial list of which are on your screen right now. The most notable of these is probably Absinthe and David Copperfield, with a pretty decent list of smaller shows beginning to reopen all along the Strip and downtown.
As far as the bigger shows, like Cirque du Soleil for instance, they remain dark. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, however, as Cirque du Soleil hopes to reopen O at the Bellagio around the 4th of July, with one more opening each month until they're all back. And as the Cirque shows get back on their feet, you can bet the other shows in town will be returning as well.
So this trip was the most normal Vegas has felt since the pandemic began, and it felt awfully good.
No doubt. No, it's still not normal, but the crowds are returning and the buzz is beginning to feel like Vegas again.
We have a lot of content headed to this channel over the next couple of months, including some dining reviews, at least 3 full hotel walkthroughs, and multiple room tours, so be sure and stay tuned to our channel and make sure you subscribe.
That's right, you won't want to miss it, and we can't wait to get it started.
Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. If you did, please again subscribe to the channel. Also check us out on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. I'll put it on the side of the screen right now. Go out there and give us a like and a follow there. We have a lot more stuff on our Facebook page. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.